name is Hugo Marcos Marne, and I am an assistant professor at the University of Salamanca. So the starting point for my report is that the relationship between the radical right and the Russian government in Spain is not so developed as in other European countries. But that doesn't mean there are no relations, and we can at least pay attention to logistic and organizational connections, and here we should refer to international allies such as Orbán, Salvini, Le Pen, and also some think tanks that are close to Russian oligarchs, close to the Kremlin, that are connected or have been connected to Vox. The second layer of this connection would be the ideological one, and here we must highlight authoritarianism and nativism, nationalism, with a strong anti-feminist agenda, a strong anti-LGBT movement agenda, and against the European Union that is shared both by the Kremlin and the radical right in Spain. The main goal of the report is to find out what happened with the invasion of Ukraine, the extent to which this changed the association between Russia and the radical right. And for that, I paid attention to two different layers, if you want. The first one refers to the discourse of political parties. And here I must say that the main conclusion is that after the consequences of the war became evident to the population, there was a race away from Putin. So all political parties tried to distance themselves from what's going on in Ukraine, and that includes Vox. That doesn't mean the topic is depoliticized in Spain, so this is often used as a political weapon against political enemies. And a clear example of this could be Vox blaming Unidas Podemos, which is part of the coalition government in Spain, for being supportive, allegedly supportive of Russia via connections with El Grupo de Puebla, the group of Puebla. The second part of this analysis would be public opinion. And here, using data from the Center for Sociological Research, I can combine voter recall in the past national elections and some questions designed to measure public opinion about the war in Ukraine. And there are three main findings I would like to highlight. The first one is that voters of Vox are comparatively least concerned about the war in Ukraine. The second one is that these voters are also less prone to support humanitarian aid to Ukraine or hosting refugees from Ukraine, and they are even less likely to support Putin pressure on Putin, so he withdraws the army from Russia. Overall, I think that the key message is that the war in Ukraine is a second-order element of the discourse of Vox in Spain, and that can also be seen in the data of public opinion referring to voters of this radical right party. And the corollary of all this would be that to understand the associations between Russia and the radical right Vox, we should be paying more attention to authoritarianism and nationalism rather than populism itself.